Hi, so today in this video I'll be talking about Airtable. I'll walk you through from the signing up process to creating of database and how to use the Airtable. So first of all, for all of us who do not know what an Airtable is an easy to use online platform for creating and sharing relational databases. In some ways, it's very relatable and similar to Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel, but it's not exactly that. It's much more than that. So before moving on to Airtable, I would like to tell you the difference between a database and spreadsheet. So database is a much more, it's a much larger compilation of data, and it has relational links between data. So in databases, for those of us who have had some sort of computer science knowledge through maybe graduation or engineering, or maybe because we had computer science as a subject in 12th and 11th standard. So database uses SQL, and it's really tricky to extract data from typical databases, and that's where Airtable comes in place. So it's very user friendly, it's very colorful, and you can simply connect your Excel sheets and different data at one place, and you can easily extract that without having to have knowledge of any SQL or anything like that. So relational database is, it's just more than spreadsheet that we are very used to using in our daily life. So it stores relationship between data. Now, so this is the landing page of Airtable. So when you'll type Airtable on Google, so this is where you'll click on the link. So this is where you'll come, and you can see different tabs here for different pages. So simply you will have to sign up to access Airtable. Now again, Airtable is not a free platform. You'll have to have some sort of subscription or a payment plan to use it, but otherwise you can use it for free during the trial period, which is for 14 days. And in this trial period, you'll only have access to some basic features, not all the features. And I think those features will be um, more than enough for this video. I've also made a presentation on this Airtable and how to use it. So you can go through that also. So I'll just start with the sign up thing. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to click on the sign up. It's very easy, like any other sign up, and we all are so used to creating accounts. So I'll just write my name here, and okay, I'll write my email ID, and okay, that's it's already showing password. So again, sign up for free. I already have an account. I've already signed up for Airtable. So I'll just go with this link here down here, which says sign in, and I'll sign in. Okay, so my this is my email ID, which will be required, and I already have my password in place. So I'll sign in. And after signing in, this is the home page for my account. This is where I'll be directed to. Now on the right, you can see this green icon or button, and it says account. So this has information related to my account. So if I click on account, this tab will open up. Now you can see that I can get credits to go to my workspace, and then there's something related to API key, and okay, but now in trial version I won't be needing all of these, so I'll just close this tab, and Then I'll again click on this, and you can see here there's notification preferences, then there's an upgrade option. These are the options, that any user has. So in a free version, which is $0 per month, you get unlimited basis, and then there are records that you can store per base, and this keeps on increasing as the price increases. And then you can see these essentials that I have. Automations runs per month are 100. Run history is this. Sync table per base is 1. And so this is all that we have. So you can go through it and explore it for yourself. And I'll just go back. Now, many of you would be wondering what is basis and all of that. So basically, Airtable is made up of 5 components, if I can say that. So one is base, then comes table, then fields, then records, and views. Now, if I can compare, so bases are very similar to something like a workbook, Microsoft Excel workbook, and then we have tables, which are part of a base. So table, you can compare it to a worksheet within a workbook. And then we have fields and records. So fields are nothing but the column, and records are nothing but the rows. And then you have views, so you can view differently, and obviously I'm going to show you all of that in the video. So now, if you already have a base or workspace made, so you can simply type here and search for that. But a base has to be within a workspace. So for that, I'll have to make a workspace first. So let me make a workspace, and I can do that by simply clicking on this tab in the left which says add a workspace. So I'll click on this plus sign, and I'll create a new workspace. Now, again, like we saw, there are pricing plans that are tied to the workspace. So, you can explore that later. So, I'll create a workspace. And this is how my page will look after I have created a workspace. Now, I'll name this workspace as marketing, and or maybe marketing team. Now, as the name suggests itself, so this workspace is has something to do with the marketing team. Now, fine. Now I can, when I click on this drop down thing, this arrow here, so this drop down opens up. So I can upgrade workspace. So if I go to upgrade, you can see that I have this free plan here, and I can upgrade it, and then I can have access to these different features. But for now, I'm okay with the free plan. And again, you can go to the workspace settings. So that will again, oh, I'm so sorry, I got you back to the same thing. And then you can share the workspace. So you can get collaborators here to work on this workspace. So once you collaborate you know somebody for a workspace, so they can always create bases in that. So now I can invite people. So this here, it's showing my other email ID, but you can always type and send the invite, or maybe you can send the invite by link. And then there are more settings. So if you are sending a link, so you'll only allow people who have this bishop.co domain email IDs. And that's all about it. And again, this option is available here also, so you can do the same thing by clicking here on the share button in the right. Other than that, if you want to rename this workspace, you can rename it by clicking here. It will let you rename. And if you want to delete it, you can delete the workspace here. Now, I have created a workspace. Now I have to have different bases in that. So for marketing team, let me make a workspace. So once I click on this plus button which says add a base, the small window opens up, and I can add a base using a already existing template, or I can import data from some of the apps that are integrated with Airtable, or I can just start from scratch. So if I will go to start with a template, this window will open up, and maybe I can choose marketing campaign tracking. So this is what it will be like, and these will be the this is how it will look like if I use this. But for now I will not be using this, just for uh, keeping the video simple. I'll go back, and I'll again go back, and I'll again click on add the base, and I'll show you what happens if I click on import data. So now this window pops up, and I can choose from a CSV file, or I can paste table data, or I can choose to import data from Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, and different apps that are available right now. If you are not able to see the source from where you want to import, as it says down here, you can submit a request. Maybe they can help you with that. But again, for keeping this video simple, I'll go with start from the scratch, because that is something one has to understand first. So these are the colors that you can choose for your base icon. So you can keep it dark blue, or cyan, or teal. So I'll go with teal. And now what do I want to name my base? So for marketing team, what all functions do we have in marketing? So let's go with marketing calendar, right? So this is it, and I can choose this icon here for this. And again, I can create one more base which has something to do with maybe the budget. So I can name it as marketing budget, right? And again, I can choose an icon, or I can just leave it like this. Okay, so okay, I'm not okay. I'll choose this one, and this is marketing budget. And then I can add a number of bases in this. But now I'll go to marketing calendar to show you what we can do inside a base. So once I click on my base, so this page opens up, and like it says here, this is marketing calendar. Again, you can change it here. You can keep a description here. So this base contains data for this base, or maybe whatever XYZ, or mm, this base has dates for marketing campaigns, right? So this can be the description, and I can save it here. Now this will open up, and again I can go to Slack notifications. I can integrate my Airtable with Slack, and I can receive updates on Slack with for my Airtable. And but right now I'm not going to do that. And then the other thing is, like I've shown you, I can share this base also, like the workspace. In this case, if I'll be sharing the base, I will not be sharing the whole workspace, but only this base which is named marketing calendar. So again, it will ask you that if you want to give access to all the bases within marketing team, or just if you want to give the access to marketing calendar. So I'll go with marketing calendar, and again you have a similar window that I have shown you before, and you can choose from there. You can do the same thing from here also. Share, again the same thing will open up, and this is the option to delete it, and this is the history what all has been done here. And then you have automation. So automations is something very similar to uh, Zap. If you all know how to create a Zap in Zapier, so this is something very similar to that. And then you can integrate it with different apps that are available. So I would like you guys to explore it for yourself. And now this is the table within a base. So I can rename this table, and I can rename it as, so this is marketing calendar. So maybe I can write it as Facebook calendar, and I can create one more table, and I'll write Instagram calendar, right? And if I go to so I had created empty tables. I can also create a synced table. So for synced table, you can see that you can read this instructions. And for synced table, once you've set up a sync table, you can link records in the sync table, add new fields to the sync table, and do these things. So I'm not doing it this sync table for this video. So I'll go to Facebook calendar, and if you click here on this view, so you will collapse the sidebar, and if you click on it again, so this will open up again. Now within the table you have things called fields and records. So fields is nothing but these columns, and records are nothing but these rows. So first field is the unique column for any table, and it has to has a unique record within that. So this is like a unique identification thing. So uh, this can be used to link other tables. So many of us who have done databases would know that for linking two tables, there has to be one column which has unique records which are unique to that table, which cannot be changed or altered. That is what I actually mean. So maybe I can rename this field. So this is Facebook calendar. So mm, I can write it as campaigns. Okay, and here when I have renamed it, here you can see I can change the field type. So but this one I'll only keep as single line text, because I just want to keep it short, because this is table's primary field and it cannot be hidden or moved. The name is meant to be short, unique representation of each record in your table. So now, and this is a thing called campaigns. So fine, I have campaign one. Now notes, again I can rename this field. If I um, right click on this, so this menu will open, and I have customized field type, rename field, edit field description, edit field permissions, and all of that. Um This by default is locked. I cannot give permissions to edit this field, whereas here, I can either lock it, or I can give permissions to edit this field. Anyway, I'll just rename it to description. And this is long text. I've chosen, it was already long text, but I'll also go with this. And again, you can enable rich text formatting in this, and there are different formatting options here, which includes checklists, hyperlinks, headers, code blocks, calendar, and what not. So I'll just keep, I'll not enable this for this one, and I'll just keep it like this. And maybe campaign one, I can give a description here. This campaign is for Diwali. It will run for 10 days. Right? This is what I can do. And I can have an attachment here. So I can either drop my files or I can click on this plus button. So I can choose, you can choose any file, maybe in Excel or a calendar or a PowerPoint, whatever is relevant, where you have all the instructions or where you would want somebody to open or something. And then after that, I can just close this. I can add an attachment here. For status, I'll also leave it as status. And as you can see, this is again single select. So uh, this is the field type. So if I open it, so it says to do, in progress, done. So these are the default options that are already there. Instead of that, I'll go to customize field type. I'll let it be status, but I'll change these options, and I'll write reviewed. I'll write reviewed, and I'll add one more option, approved. I'll write rejected. Okay, so these are the options that I'm just keeping here. And now if I have to choose, so maybe, for campaign one, I want to make it approved. So maybe I'm sharing this base with to give you a backdrop. So I am owner of a company, and I have created this um, workspace, which is marketing team, and within that I have created marketing calendar. Now in this marketing calendar, I have further uh, bifurcated it into Facebook calendar, Instagram calendar, and I can add more tables to it. Within Facebook calendar, there are different campaigns. So let's say that uh, one person is handling this Facebook calendar, and maybe a team is handling it, a team of two people or so. And one is the main person who is designing the campaign, as in when and what will happen. And then there is another person who is doing the small tasks. So maybe not small in the sense, maybe in the smell as small in the sense as in doing n- not the managing part, or oh god, I'm losing some words. Anyway, so let's say that let me keep it as creatives. So within a campaign, we'll have different creatives. So somebody is there who is making the creatives, and somebody is there who is designing the whole campaign. Now, if I change, I want to change this to attachment. So a person can add here images, documents, or other files, or maybe creatives that can be attached. So this is creatives, and if I go here, again I'll change it to status. Okay, so I'll write it as creative status because I cannot use the same field name again. And again, I'll go to single select because I do not want multiple select, because there has to be one status only, whether the creative is approved or not. So I'll go to single select. I'll keep it simple. I'll write it approved or rejected or something like, and you can add multiple option that, approved with minor changes or whatever suits you. So I'll just keep it simple for this one. Okay, so again, I can drop any picture or anything here. So, maybe just for the sake of this, I'll go to web search and I'll do a clothes wala search. And okay, I've uploaded it. So this is something that I have uploaded, and anybody can upload this here. And if I go to this, I'll do it as approved, or maybe let's keep it as rejected. Fine. So this is what I have done. So this is for campaign one. Now within a year, there would be many campaigns. So I'll keep it as campaign two. Then this campaign is for Christmas. It will run for 15 days, and you can make it as detailed as you want. And like this, I can have a number of records, and depending on the plan that I have chosen, and I can keep the attachments and everything. Now, status is something that I want to keep it to myself. I do not want that the collaborator with whom I've shared this base is able to edit. So I'll go to edit field permissions, and I can do this, but only if I have an upgrade option. So I unfortunately I do not have this feature in the free version, but you can always keep it locked or something to see who can change it and who can not. So this is about it. Then I can go to Instagram calendar, and I can again do the same thing, make different fields that I want to have and add records for the same. Now, this was something for the Facebook calendar table in the marketing calendar base within the marketing team workspace. Now, there are different views that one can have in Airtable. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you these different views because I'm not in the pro plan. I can only show you the grid version, grid view, which is right now there in front of you. So this is the grid view that we are seeing, and then these are so this is the view visible and configurable by collaborators. And if you want to hide a field, so this is a field that you cannot hide, and I can hide this field. So I have hidden one field, you can see. So it's again very something very similar like Excel. Now I'll go to show all, and I can see all the fields. Now you can sort it like you do it in Excel, and you can also group it. You can add filters, and you can add colors to different records, and you can change the row height. And so there are so many things. And if I go to automations again, so I can create an automation, and I can choose a trigger. So these are different triggers. So when a record is created, when a record is updated, or when enters a view, so maybe I can go to when a record is updated, then I can select a table. I will go to Facebook calendar, then I'll select a view. I have only grid view for now, and then I'll go to fields. Here I'll go to status. So now, so this is something very similar to Zap. And so if you change status, once you put the status as approved or rejected or reviewed, you would want the person who is making the campaign or who is adding the records to know, so that they can go ahead. So this is a trigger that can uh, be done, and you can simply do it. I won't be running it for this video. So this is also one important feature. Now again, by clicking on this Airtable icon, I'll go on home. Now within the marketing team, I had made one base called marketing calendar. I had made another base which is marketing budget. Now maybe there's a different person, or I just want to keep it different for budgeting. So I have made a different budget altogether. And uh, I've made a different base for that altogether. And I can again rename this field, and I want to keep it as Facebook budget. And um, Instagram budget. So these are different tables again that I can add. So within the Facebook budget again, I'll keep I can keep it as campaign name or something like that, very similar to that, so that it's relatable. And I can then write here as campaign one, and then notes that this will run. Again, I can change notes to description or whatever suits me, so that it's easy for me to refer. And then I can keep an attachment. Maybe here I can add an Excel sheet which has all the detailed budgeting and expenses and what all is required. And then again, I can have a status thing for my manager to approve it or something, or um, something like that. So this is how an Airtable can come very handy for somebody who wants to keep an eye over everything and can manage it. Now again, I'll go back home. So this was one workspace. Now I want to create another workspace for my HR team. So similarly, I can do that. I can create bases here, and I can again do the same. I can repeat the same exercise here with the HR workspace. And I can keep on adding workspace if I want to differentiate it, and I can give rights to different people. So maybe I'll just share the marketing team workspace only with marketing team, and I'll share the HR team workspace with only HR team. But I can, as owner of the company, manage everything from a single place. So this is something where it comes in very handy. And that was all from my side that I wanted to share with you for Airtable. So I will wrap it up here only. And if there's something that I have missed, please, you can always add on that, and share the same with me also. And if I was not very clear on some point, you can always contact me, and I can clear that for you. And yeah, that's all from my side. I'll just log out for now. Thank you.